Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a wonderful day and a very happy new year to all of you. I hope this year brings you a lot of happiness and joy and peace. So now let's get into today's video. So New Jeans came back with two new songs, Ditto and OMG, and I will be talking about OMG and how New Jeans are the real titans of marketing. This group is absolutely genius. Whoever is behind the music video for OMG, they want two things out of you: for you to keep replaying it and for you to talk about it. And I'm 100% sure you will do so because it was not in an exaggerated way, but still controversial. And yes, it was intended to be that way. Hani starts this music video living inside and being an iPhone. Not just any phone, but an iPhone in the most cohesive way. You can see the whole phone situation from the Hype Boy music video, especially the intro. Their creative team is using a cohesive narrative, which is incredible when it comes to world building. Also, the black Toki detail, Minji staring into her through the camera lenses of the phone, genius. Minji, probably due to being the oldest and certain image that's become a part of her brand, plays the role of the doctor. She's also not the actual doctor, but she thinks she is and is able to see everything her friends are going through from an outsider's perspective. Hyein actually believes she is a princess in a fairy tale and her prince is one of her own friends, Daniel. They unfortunately meet a tragic end when Hayden, the witch, gets involved, and Hayden is a literal cat. It's also implied in the video that they're all imagining this. They imagine themselves performing at a party just like they did in the Hype Boy music video. Danielle is sure they are New Jeans, as in a famous K-pop group, but it seems like she made that up herself in her head. And part of me believes this is a commentary of how Gen Z lives in their head. Me being a part of Gen Z myself, maladaptive daydreaming is so common in our generation, but it's also understandable. It simply seems as if the girls took it a bit too far, just like Hiso did in Ditto. It also seems like a commentary more than a critique because it doesn't only show the bad sides of daydreaming, but also how the girls, by creating their own world with this non-stopping creativity, get other people interested in them as well, to the point that a man, by simply looking at their drawings, is able to see the world they've built. The last 10 seconds are controversial at its finest, and I know this for a fact because I've already seen people react either negatively or very positively. Personally, I thought it was pretty clever. Everything they've done to this point seems that way: carefully crafted, clever, and just a tiny bit purposefully controversial. Their team wants you to talk about them, it's obvious, and you are going to do it. And finally, what I think is one of the most interesting sides of New Jeans is how they are able to be one step ahead of K-pop while not going into the niche route. OMG is already doing incredible in the charts, so New Jeans doing all that could make them a niche group due to the heavy commentary and purposeful controversial statements, but their team has managed to make them loved by most. I think if we put aside the music itself, which is subjective, and just look at their marketing, it's incredible so far. I keep saying it, but their team has definitely a vision. They know what they want to tell and where they want to go. It's not simply about making commercial music, it's about showcasing something in their music. And while we are here talking about this comeback, I'm pretty sure they are already working on the next one. Pretty genius. That's what makes K-pop so great. Almost 100% of the time, it's never solely about the music. It's the fashion, hair, makeup, choreography, creativity, group dynamic, humor, variety skills, lyrics, parasocial dynamic, skincare, award shows, fandom, concerts, presentation, record label, production, hard work and dedication, combination that separates and elevates K-pop above other entertainments. New Jean is doing everything differently and it's working. I know they get a lot of criticism for their outfits, but they basically dress the way hipsters in LA their age are dressing at the moment. The best thing about OMG for me is that despite the mess of imagery and themes one can easily get lost in, it leaves the viewer satisfied in the end. One can come up with theories, but even the most simple one, the group of schoolgirls playing pretend and inventing stories together, is still a good explanation that is still complex. I remember myself when I was a child and my imagination. We hanged out somewhere being fairy vigilantes for a night, and the next day we were all lost princesses trapped in a scary murder mansion. What I'm saying is, the mental ward patients is kind of a thing we would have played as children loved the macabre and weird as much as adults, and with less restraint. That's why there are scary stories and Halloween and animated films like Coraline. I don't know, I just really love hype storytelling in general. From themes of alienation, longing, and misunderstandings that TXT explores, the questioning of themselves, their lives as idols, and their efforts did, the story of rising higher despite doubts of Lee Seraphim, and that blend of cheerful and gentle in representation of something that is usually portrayed one dimensionally that New Jeans shows us. In my opinion, what I've seen this far from New Jeans is balance. They, more than any other group recently, seem to find the best balance in telling a complex story without making the audience grow tired or ask too much of them. It's complex, but not complex to the point where you need to be a hardcore fan to get it. General public can get it easily, and that's awesome, especially considering how popular they want to become. They're truly trying to appeal to people and be relatable, and so far, they've accomplished it. Honestly, after watching the music video, I couldn't remember much about the song itself, just the video content and marketing was so intentional. While watching it, I was unsure about the psychiatric hospital concept, and then the last 2 seconds with the commenter came up and just, they anticipated people would react that way, of course. It's a little similar to what they did with Cookie, which was controversial, but just about within the lines of plausible deniability. We know that song is not just about baking, and so does Adore, but they were able to defend it just about enough that most people have forgotten the controversy now. I'm not sure how much I personally like this method, but it is definitely effective. It will be interesting to see what they come up with next. The music video was very interesting and well done, I'll give them that. It's thought-provoking and makes you want to keep coming back to it to discover new hidden things you haven't noticed on your first watch. But the song is quite forgettable. It sounds like any other group's generic B-side, but it's actually a title track instead. It's a bit of a letdown from their debut. But I also get their intentions of what they tried to do. For this comeback, their main focus has been on the storytelling aspect rather than having a catchy tune. But I still wish the lyrics connected with what the music video overall was portraying. And that's it for this video. What did you think of their comeback? Share with me in the comments down below, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye!